Blackstone Audio presents Dear Theo, the Autobiography of Vincent van Gogh, edited by Irving Stone with Gene Stone. This book is read by Clive Chafer. For Theo and Johanna van Gogh, to whom Vincent van Gogh would have wanted this book dedicated. All your kindnesses to me, they seem to me greater than ever today. I assure you that that kindness has been good metal, and if you do not see any results from it, my dear, don't fret about that. Your own goodness abides. The figure of a labourer, some furrows in a ploughed field, a bit of sand, sea, and sky are serious subjects, so difficult, but at the same time so beautiful, that it is indeed worth while to devote one's life to the task of expressing the poetry hidden in them. Vincent. Preface. Vincent van Gogh was one of the world's loneliest souls. For the greater part of his days he lived by himself without friends or companions. There was rarely anyone to whom he could confide, to whom he could relate his joys and sufferings, with whom he might share his ambitions and dreams. In the last 10 years of his life, from the age of 27 to 37, during which time he slaved at and conquered the art of painting, he was filled to bursting with all the beautiful scenes he saw in nature, the profound humanity he read in the face of a peasant. He longed with intense eagerness for a fellow being to talk to tell everything he thought and felt about his turbulent life and slowly maturing craft. Yet seldom could he find anyone who was interested in him as a friend, who could understand what he was trying to say or do. That is why the Autobiography came into being. There was one man on earth who understood Vincent, who encouraged him in his work, provided him with the supplies and the money necessary to continue his painting, who had an inexhaustible fund of the love which, above all things, Vincent so desperately needed, his brother Theo. Each night, when the 14 to 16 hours of drawing and painting were over, Vincent sat down with pen and ink and poured out his heart to Theo. There was no idea or thought too small, no happening too trivial, no element of his craft too insignificant, no scene too unimportant for Vincent to communicate to the only other living person who considered his every word and feeling precious. Thus Vincent wrote the story of his own life. Theo died only 6 months after his brother. His young wife, Johanna, came into possession of most of...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?